watching this video. My name is Roel. I'm a health and nutrition coach, and I post these videos to motivate you to be the healthiest version of you. Today, I'm going to talk about some exercises that you can easily sneak into your day, but that will make a big difference to your overall health, but in particular to your blood glucose management. And this was actually a request from a viewer, and that feels very grown up, and thank you for that suggestion. Always open to hear what it is that you want to hear more about. So these little exercises, I like to just do them throughout my day, whether I'm working at my desk or doing something in the kitchen. And they're so useful because a lot of people don't have time to go to the gym every day or spend 20 minutes or half an hour to do exercises. But we can all sneak in these little exercises, no matter what your job is or no matter what you're doing, and also no matter what your ability is, because these are simple exercises that you can also progress or regress to make them harder or to make them easier. Now, it is important to exercise, of course, for many reasons. For your posture, for your mental well-being, to sleep well, for your immune system, for your digestive system, but also really for your blood glucose management, because every time you move, the cells in your body take up more glucose from your blood, even without having to produce insulin, so that's great. But strength training in particular is super important for blood glucose management, because a lot of cells that take the glucose out of your blood are in your muscle tissue. So the more muscle tissue you have, the more better. And how do you do that? By using your muscles, pushing, pulling, lifting, carrying. And yes, you can join up to a gym or a club or a class and do it like that. But you can also sneak it into your day. And that's or, because even if you do go to the gym, it's still a great idea to do this during the day. And don't feel that if you do these little things whilst you're doing something in the kitchen, or even whilst you're seated at your desk or watching the telly, don't feel that they're not worth doing because they seem so insignificant. They are worth doing, because if you add all these little things up that you do during the day, it could easily add up to even more than what somebody does during a session in the gym. Remember, you have about 15-16 waking hours in the day to do these little exercises, and if you go to the gym, how long are you working out for? I'm not saying that that's not good, that's also great to do, but that you'll be there for 45 minutes, an hour maybe, but you're not working out all that time. And so if you consider what you can do in your waking hours, if you took the stairs every time you saw stairs, if you do a few of these little exercises that I will suggest to you whenever you can, then that could add up to even more than what you can do in the gym. And don't feel that just because you're not using any tools like weights or elastic bands or kettlebells, that it's not going to do much. It will. Studies have shown that if you do more repetitions, you can get the same results from doing these exercises compared to doing fewer repetitions with weights. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about serious strength training and body conditioning, where people do start to use increasingly heavy weights. But don't feel that you can't get great results by doing these body weight exercises. So I'm still not really good at all this technical stuff. I have tried to work out how to use a remote for the phone, so I can step away and then switch the camera off and switch the camera on, and it would be way more professional if I then stick these little segments of video within the bigger video. But I'm working on it, and I will get there one day. But today I may just sort of do it as I am, and you just have to bear with me that it's not as professional as it probably can be. But a few things that you can do seated that are so easy to do whenever. And let me just say to start with that obviously if you have any health issues that make it difficult for you to do these exercises, then please don't do them until you've asked some advice about whether you should be doing them. So normally if something hurts, I suggest that you don't do it until you've asked a professional for advice about this. And also, obviously, as I'm not there with you and I can't check what you're doing or whether you're safe, I'm not liable for any mishaps. So please keep yourself safe, and if you're in doubt, don't do it, and check first. Right, so one or two easy upper body exercises that you can do while seated, and you can mix this in with your desk work, or if you're watching television, maybe every time there's an ad break on, is air rows. And so air rows is basically just rowing in the air as if you're on a rowing machine. So you put your hands out in front of you about shoulder height, and then you pull your elbows back, and note that I'm keeping my upper arms parallel to the ground. So I'm not going there, I'm keeping my arms up like that. And you'll find that it's really going to work your pecs, your chest muscles. And if you do this, I'm not going to give you any number of repetitions because everybody's different. You may be able to do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you may feel after 5 times, 10 times that it becomes really hard. Just find your own level and just do it, and notice where you're feeling it, when you're feeling it. It's important that you sit up tall and pull in your tummy, shoulders are back and down before you start, so you've got a nice posture. And if you find it really easy and you don't want to be doing it for half an hour, then you can hold 2 tins of tomatoes or beans or 2 bottles of water to give you that little bit of extra weight, and then do the same thing. So super effective exercise, and you will find that you're going to feel this. And if you've never done this before, you're probably going to feel this tomorrow. Another one, which is really good for shoulders, are stick-ups. So you put your arms up and then you bring your elbows into your waist, and try to keep your elbows behind your ears when you bring them down. So they're not there, they're to the side, there, up, all the way down. And again, you're really going to feel that in your shoulders. So you don't have to count the repetitions, just do it whenever you can. And I always like to sort of keep this stuff simple and easy, because you can make schedules and count reps, but just do it. That's the most important thing. And so these are a few things you can do. Now, if you have problems with your legs, maybe your ankles or your knees, maybe arthritis, or just your knees are knackered, then it's always a bit of a challenge to do aerobic exercise. And aerobic exercise is really good for your heart health, for your lungs. And sometimes it's really hard to do that when you have problems with your legs, because a lot of this aerobic exercise tends to be brisk walking or jogging. Now, obviously, you can try to do swimming if that's possible for you, but let's be honest, I love swimming and I do go at least 2 times a week, but it is a faff. And that's not something that you're going to sneak into your day. That is a bit of a thing. So how can you still get aerobic activity without being on your legs? You do it with your upper body. So these 2 exercises that I've just shown, you can speed them up. And if you're going to do them really quickly, you're going to start breathing faster. And when you breathe faster, you're being aerobically active. The same with the stick-ups, just do them faster and you'll find that you're going to start breathing faster fairly quickly. Another really good one I like for upper body strength and aerobic is air boxing. And air boxing is great for your mental health as well, because you can really get some stuff out of your system. So basically it's a boxing punch. Hold your hands in front of your face and your upper arms in front of your chest. And then you're going to, I hope I'm not going to smash the camera off the stand. You're going to, in slow motion, punch, and you want to put your shoulder into the punch. So I'm not just doing that like Peggy Mitchell in EastEnders, but you're going to put your shoulders into it as well. So you twist your body as you punch. So in slow motion, it's like that. Your arms always go back in the same position. And again, if you do this faster, or if you hold something, of course, as well, then you're going to get out of breath more quickly. So that's also a really great upper body exercise that you can do. Another one, I'll move my chair back just a little bit. If you have a chair with armrests, then it's a really great idea that every time you get up, you put your hands on the armrest. You can't see my hands, can you? But I think you know where they are, just here on the armrest. Elbows close to your body, and then you push yourself out of the chair. And if you can do it a few times, then do it a few times. Every time you get up, if you did this, you'd be working the bingo wings, the triceps, And if you find it difficult, then of course, to start with, you can use your legs more than your arms to push yourself up. But you find the more you do this, the stronger your triceps will be, and the more easily you'll be able to push yourself up from the chair. Right, again, seated exercise. You can just walk your legs on the spot, and this is something that you can do when you have a desk job, or again when you're watching television, and it makes a big difference. So a little mishap with the camera there, but I picked it up again, and hopefully I've been cutting out the swearing. Just walk your legs whilst you're seated in the chair, and you're using your core muscles as you sit upright and you're pulling in your tummy. I can feel it in my glutes, that's your backside, and of course in your quads. You could also just lift your leg a little bit and hold it. So I'm extending, you can't really see that very well, but if I show it there, you just straighten your leg out, extend that leg, and you're really going to feel it in your quads. If you find it easy, you can pulse it a little bit. So these things are just super easy to do in your daily activities. Right, let's try to do this without knocking on the camera. Another one that's really good is press-ups against the wall or on the work surface. So if you're in the kitchen, you're boiling the kettle, you're waiting for something, put your hands on the work surface in front of you and bring your chest towards the work surface, but keep your body in a straight line so you're not bending from the hips, and I'll show that. How professional is this? Straight body, hands against the wall, bend the elbows, and you can see it's only my arms that are moving, not my body. Yes, so don't do this because you're not really working much at all, like that. And if you find it easy, put your feet a little bit further away, and then you'll find that it gets harder. Right, let's move this back again. Okay, I don't think you'll get a job as a camera person, that's for sure. Right, I hope you found that useful. There's loads more that you can do. Just stand up and sit down. Also really great for your quads if you have that strength in your legs, and if you have a chair with armrest, then of course you can use the arm rests to help to support the legs, but your legs will get stronger and you might be able to put your hands on your chest and just stand up without using the armrests. All these little things during the day will make a massive difference, will maintain that muscle tissue, build the muscle tissue, and really increase your insulin sensitivity. So that is how well your cells will react to insulin when they need to take in the glucose from your blood. Right, I hope you found this useful. There are many more, but I don't like to make these videos too long or overwhelm you. We can always do another one. Hopefully this can get you started. And just get into that frame of mind where you look for all the possibilities in your daily life to move your body, because that will make a big difference. And don't forget to set yourself one little goal for this week, the one little thing that you can do this week to improve your health. You can rate yourself out of 10 for the 4 important lifestyle areas. How was last week in terms of diet? Were you a 1 out of 10? Maybe because it was Easter. Or were you a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10? How was your physical activity? How was your stress management? How was your sleep? And then pick the one with the lowest score and set yourself one little thing that you can do this week to improve that score next week. And don't make it too difficult, because you don't want to feel resistance against doing it. Just make it really easy. Do that thing, feel good about it. You can always do more if you want to, but at least you've done what you said you were going to do, and that makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you do better. All these little things will add up to an amazing big result. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week, and who knows, maybe I will have learned how to use the remote for the camera. Love you lots. Take care. Bye.